Hi there. I hope this finds you well. Welcome to November. This week's complimentary edition is meant to be shared, so please post it wherever you think it would be appreciated. This conversation with one is quite beautiful. Before getting to it, let's talk a bit about where we are in the process, the Great Awakening process. The length of this awakening cannot be predicted. It is an internally determined length of time. By this I mean that it depends on some very specific things, and once these things are achieved, it is, or can be instantaneous. How it looks from here is that we are each headed to the same place, while employing different methods to get there. These methods are things we will have to reach for, or climb over, or plow through, in order to get to our center. For at our center, beneath our ego, and our story, and all of our reasons to hold on, there is nothing but love. We'll have to let go of something that we believe we cannot do without, in order to locate that love. By something, it is not referring to a person necessarily. It is referring to an opinion, a judgment, a belief. It is most probably a belief about ourselves. We'll have to trust once we identify it, for it will feel uncomfortable. At the moment, we are each deeply invested in our own dramas, everyone unique. Yet for an identical reason. If you are here, you came for this quest. It is the quest for truth. It is the journey back home. It is filled with mirrors, and challenges. It leads to a gape. It feels like bliss. The show we are watching is entertaining, for sure. It is vital that we remember it's a show, and not the point. The point is you. Whatever captures your attention does so to remind you of why you are here. You are here for the privilege of a physical transformation. You came for this, and it waits directly in front of you now. It is wherever you are, and it is not hiding. Yet we'll have to remove some well-worn coverings in order to view it. This is the next thing, the part that needs doing before our show can move to its finale. After this part, the finale will feel like a breeze. In other news, the 7th, and final volume of the Words of One series is set to be released at the end of this year, or the earliest part of 2022. This will depend on the next few weeks, or so. The books are getting nice reviews, and do a beautiful job of explaining our story to us, 2020, and 2021. They are sometimes a challenge due to facts revealed, yet ultimately they are encouraging, and uplifting. You'll find links to them below, where you can read a few pages. Feel free to share this complimentary edition. This is the time you came here to experience. Please allow your love to overflow, and to saturate your life this month, and next. We'll all be better off, if you do. I had a thought yesterday, while driving, and it's time we own our wings. Now I realize that wings come in all shapes, and sizes, and with a host of different purposes. Some of us are equipped with claws, and wielding clubs in them. Others of us embody massively powerful wings. All of them meant for flight, and perfectly chosen. You'll know which ones you've chosen by how they feel, once recognized, and you'll instantly be a master with them. Trust. This is what comes next. I appreciate you for all that you are. Much love, and light. Sophia. October 29, 2021. It is the one. Thank you. Coming changes to the fabric of your life here will initiate confusion, and in some cases, rebellion. There is such comfort in the deeply familiar. Even when abusive, it can feel more correct than anything new, and contradictory. It is these sorts of emotions that you will see erupting now. They can appear volatile, violent even, if they are unexpected. It becomes important that you are not threatened when they are witnessed. They are emotional reactions to information, and not, necessarily, to you. It becomes important to separate the narrative from the relationship. It becomes imperative you keep them separate in your mind. This, so that you are able to preserve your relationships. For the narrative will change, and some of it will disappear. Yet your relationship still remains, if that is your wish. You are all in the midst of a boots-on-the-ground lesson in unconditional love. You signed up for this, and were eager for it to begin. You couldn't wait to get here. In the end, it will be realized that no one has been right, or wrong, or good, or bad. In the end, blame will be abandoned. In the end, oneness is realized. On some level, this realization occurs for everyone. Everyone here has a role to play. This particular scene, the ending, is the most climactic for all of the actors. Oneness is evident once the show is over, the costumes are removed, and there is nothing but a singular force for life left. For you are each that force, and you are all that force. One force. It is the element that unites you, one to the other. It is the structure of your connection. This story has been written, and rewritten, played, and practiced, numerous times. You are trying to get it right. Those among you in the deepest pain, have the most invested in its outcome. There are parts that it will help to release, parts of the story. This human ego is a challenge for you. You can't help but utilize it, and contribute to its formation. It is your ego self that then changes, and adjusts, and eventually modifies your signature. You might say this is what makes you recognizable. It is similar to your fingerprint. When the ending arrives, and it will, you'll remember who is who, and why so much of this feels familiar. You've all held similar roles, in other plays, and at other times. It is often better to loosen up before a game, or a show, or a performance. A way to do that for this current show is to let go of expectations, and confining definitions of all things physical. People. Institutions. Places, and things. In order to fly, you have to step off of solid ground. You'll then discover that there are alternate methods of movement, and that they are vastly superior to what you know today. It is time, dear human, to remember, and to trust, your wings. That is all. Thank you.